Everyone.
Good morning. All right, take two.
Take two. We made it.
All right, welcome everyone. This is our reverse resource call. We're going to do that on Tuesdays at 10 a.m. And we're going to have various lenders, resources, different softwares, technologies. We're going to have partners come on here and share with you guys what all is available just to make sure that you're aware. So today, thank you for joining us, Jessica Hansen. She is an awesome AE at Finance of America Reverse. And in my opinion, Finance of America Reverse is leading the way in innovation for the reverse products and a lot of the softwares that we use and model things. So Jesse, if you wouldn't mind just taking it away from here and showcasing kind of what you've got, we'll, make it a conversation and share with everybody what you offer.
Excellent. Well, thanks for having me. How about my new background for Zoom?
I love it.
So these are all of our proprietary products here at Finance of America Reverse. So we just recently launched the HomeSafe Second. Sorry, I'm trying to play Vanna White. We just recently launched our HomeSafe Second. It's actually a relaunch. It wasn't as popular the first time around, but I think you're going to see, or we're already seeing the popularity come through. This product was designed for borrowers who are already in a really low traditional mortgage today, 2-3%, and maybe not interested in refinancing the entire thing into a new reverse at 6 to 7% interest rate. So instead, this allows us to put a second lien behind their existing first and give them some cash out without having to make a payment. Pretty cool, huh? Oh, you're on mute, Christina.
Thank you. That's awesome. So can you kind of paint a picture for our audience? What kind of borrower would likely fit into this? What things they're saying that would clue you into the fact that this product might be appropriate?
Yeah, basically it's for, again, the ones that maybe have 7 to 10 years existing on their mortgage today, right? And it's already in a really low rate. So they're not necessarily interested in, refining into the traditional reverse. Maybe they just need limited cash out to get some home projects done, help them age in place.
Very cool. Very cool. So when I'm listening to a conversation, if they say something like, well, I have a 2.99 mortgage and I can pay it just fine, but I'm looking for that, to me is kind of a little bit of a clue in. Now, that product, what's the age requirement? Is it different by state?
All of our HomeSafe proprietary and equity avail, all of them are 55.
Nice. Now, are there various states where they don't honor the 55?
There are. I don't know if you've recently seen Utah is looking to make a push where they will allow us to work with 55 beginning May 3rd. So that's upcoming. But yes, Texas, Massachusetts, North Carolina. Probably another I'm forgetting right now. Have age restrictions.
Okay. All right. Very cool. All right. So keep telling us what else you've got.
Yeah. So we have the standard HomeSafe, which is a fixed rate that comes with a lump sum disbursement. And so a lot of the reasons a borrower would look to use HomeSafe standard is because of the lump sum. Let's say, for instance, they wanted to get the most cash out so that they could buy an investment property and get some rental income coming in like that. That would probably be a better solution for somebody whose value is a lot higher than the standard FHA, 1,089,300. And then our HomeSafe Select is our adjustable rate, and that allows for a line of credit. It's not as nice as the Hika line of credit, okay? So it's only open for 10 years, and it has a growth rate of 1.5 for the first 7 years. And then the Equity Avail is our forward to reverse hybrid product. So this is going to be, and maybe if some of you have already heard of it, but it's designed for those that may be short to close on a standard FHA or a HomeSafe where they're bringing $30,000, $40,000, $50,000. They could look at doing an equity avail make a partial interest only payment for the first 10 years. And then at the end of that 10th year, it would automatically convert into a reverse mortgage where no payments are required.
Now that is a really cool product. I don't think many people in this group know exactly how to fit people into that or what clients to see. So can you go into a little bit more of some of the situations that you've seen and some of the numbers that you've seen as to what makes that product work?
Sure. I just looked at one earlier today. The borrower was bringing in $45,000 on your standard FHA. And when we looked at the equity avail as an option, they were getting $27,000 cash at closing, and they will have an interest only, partial interest only payment. That was reduced from $2,700 a month to $1,200 a month. And they'll make that for a period of 10 years, along with taxes and insurance. And then again, at the end of the 10th year, and remember, this is also for 55. So, we're starting to term or coin the phrase pre-retirement, right? Not just necessarily for retirement.
I haven't heard that phrase, pre-retirement. I mean, other than you.
And you can check to see what states all of these products are available in. If you went to farwholesale.com, there's a place for product availability, and it'll show you by state, and it will also show those age requirements or restrictions, I should say, in certain states.
Thanks for saying that. We have viewers from all across the nation. So some of the, a lot in the big markets, but we do have everyone in different states. So we want to kind of touch on that in this group. All right. So what else does FAR have that is just putting you guys heads and shoulders above the rest, in your opinion?
Yeah, our marketing team has been really hard at work. They have created so many marketing pieces, email drip campaigns for referral partners and borrowers. They were using a system where they actually give you your own dedicated digital sales room, and you just save this, bookmark this link like you would any other website. But anytime we add a new product like HomeSafe Second, you're going to get a flyer or other marketing materials that's customized already for you so that you can just go in and download the PDF, send that through email or send it to a printer. And there's also a ton of unbranded, I guess you should say, don't necessarily need customization like social media posts or we also have a series where our financial strategies or retirement strategies division host, I guess you'll call them professional webinars. They're designed for financial advisors, starting to teach financial advisors how to use home equity and retirement income planning. We have about 3 to 4 of those a month, and the financial advisors get CE credits while attending. And we also have the same we have a division here on our learning and development team. They provide CE credits for realtors doing something very similar.
So does the loan officer need to be trained and present themselves, or they can just plug people in?
So when it comes to referral partners, we would just organize whether it's a room or a webinar, whatever that is, and our learning and development team on the realtor side can focus in on that. The financial advisor webinar series, those are all done through Zoom. And again, there's like 3 to 4 each month. We do long-term care, coordinated withdrawal strategy, market rebounding, and there's one more, maybe right sizing, I think is the 4th. So yeah.
Oh, okay.
No, crazy. There's a lot of purchases coming through this now.
Really? You're seeing more purchase business?
Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of it right now.
How's it going?
They're a lot faster.
Well, that is true.
The volume is not as, in demand as it was, a couple months ago with really low rates. They're definitely going through much faster without a hiccup. So I had a purchase submitted and we were able to close it within 7 days of submission. So
7 days?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, that was probably one of my clients who gave you a super clean file. He'd coach the realtor into what to write.
Got everything ahead of time. Yeah.
That's awesome. Okay, 7-day purchase. That is pretty spectacular.
Yeah, those are very few and far between. But we had another one that went in 11 days. So that wasn't far off either. So yeah, I think a lot of people have this preconceived notion that reverse mortgages take longer to close and fund, and that's really not the case, especially if you're doing everything up front.
Well, yeah. Can you give our loan officers some tips and tricks? Because in here, we have a lot of people that do a reverse ever so often. And
Okay.
because they're a little rusty and maybe they've never really learned how to submit a clean file for reverse, their files do take forever. So can you give them kind of some tips and tricks to get to a 7 or an 11-day closing like that?
Yeah, I mean, we have dedicated trainings on this.
And where might they find those?
Also on our website, we have an entire university with over 500 courses. So if you wanted to hone in on how to sell the line of credit growth or go for your certified reverse mortgage planner designation, we have all of those classes approved as well. If you want to join Christina with where is your pen, Christina?
I moved. Where is my pin? I know I usually, oh, I've got it. I've got it right here.
So
Thank
yes,
you.
we have those classes available as well, if you want to take it up a notch and do some really cool stuff. As far as tips and tricks, it's going to be your standard stuff, just filling out a thorough application. Don't leave off other real estate owned. What's the purpose of the loan, the alternative contacts. I mean, there's all sorts of things that come up on a reverse mortgage that you might not necessarily see on a traditional mortgage. But these things being taken care of ahead of time makes everything move faster. Especially looking at credit, how many times do you get conditions back from an underwriter that's like, hey, can you address all of these addresses? We could do that up front. That would make life easier.
I teach that in my courses. Do the LOEs. Oh yeah, that one's huge. That is the difference between wasting a month of your time or wasting a day. If the client's not going to work, figure that out before you get everybody's hopes and dreams and waste everybody's time, including your own. It's not a very profitable business model to go that far down the road.
And the same if if you have a familiarness with financial assessment and how to review credit for payment history, or if there's something questionable, utilize our scenario desk, send over credit, tell us the status of, payment history on taxes, insurance, and HOA if applicable, and let them do a pre review, right? And there's no question. Then you don't have to send the borrower through counseling and appraisal if the file is going to need a Lisa and there's no way it would get done, right? Some of these things. I mean, sometimes I can look at it and go, yeah, I'm not so sure myself. Let's see what underwriting will say. And I'm surprised more often than I'm not that they come back and say, yeah, we can waive a lease on this.
That's powerful. All right. I've been asking a lot of questions. Elaine, do you have some questions that you'd like to ask Jesse too?
There we go. So Jesse, when I come across an opportunity to use equity avail, I need to use your system, right?
That's correct.
Okay.
Yep. Because it's a forward and it's taken on a 1009, or excuse me, on a 1003, as opposed to our 1009 that we're all familiar with, to have that kind of product added to reverse vision, quantum, Baydocs, that's a big lift. So it was easier just to create it in our own portal for now. And I will say we've really streamlined the process. So now there's a button to hit start application, and then you type everything in, similar to a traditional mortgage, where you submit it to a forward lender. And then our team will actually pre-scrub and look at everything and say, this is qualifying, here's the counseling, here's everything else, right? So they kind of do a lot more of the work on that equity product. And Home Safe Second, that's another one that you don't have in quantum, reverse vision, or Baydocs. So those two you would run through Illustrator on our website, and then from there you can just walk through the yes or no questions. So equity avail, for instance, they need to have 10 years remaining on their existing mortgage, and they need to have a 680 credit score. So it's nice as it'll walk you through that. It'll say, do they have 10 years remaining? Do they have a 680 credit score? If you answer yes, it'll keep going through. We're getting closer and closer to my TurboTax software for reverse mortgages.
Fun.
take something complicated like tax law and you turn it into yes or no questions and kind of maneuver through that. That's a kind of a dream for me.
Awesome.
Spoken as an AE who answers questions like that all day, right? You're like, wouldn't it be nice if there was just something that you could click? Yes. Yes, they're married. Do they reside in the subject property? Yes. Okay, well, they must be counseled.
Well, let me jump in here because Jesse, I am currently in talks with someone who has developed that software, and we are looking to bring it to the reverse mortgage coaching clients. So hang tight. That will be coming.
That's some pretty good stuff.
It's beautiful. It's a secret right now. We're not fully figured out. It's not ready to launch, but it's coming and it's amazing. I was sitting there watching the demonstration with my jaw on the ground going, this is everything we've been asking for.
I really think it's time that we utilize some technology on the reverse mortgage side. We've been without it for so long. I think our last big lift was maybe DocuSign. That's pretty old now.
It is. It is. All right. Well, these calls are keeping just to 20 minutes, just a little showcase and some info. Oh, Elaine, did you have another question you want to ask?
Well, when you mentioned DocuSign, can you send out and get signatures for your products through your system, or do you have to use a DocuSign?
Yep, we can do that directly through our system. I think we utilize DocuSign through our portal. Yeah.
Very cool. All right. Well, Jesse, if you have any other things you want to showcase.
I mean, not at this time. I feel like that was, some people would be drinking out of a fire hose at this point, trying to learn these new products. But if anybody has any questions, I would love to chat. And
how do they get a hold of you if they do?
Well, they can call me. I'm at 443-722-0813. And you can drop me a line at jessica.hansen@far.com.
Awesome.
Add that to my fancy background.
Yeah, that'd be great. That'd be great. And for those of you, Jesse, if you wouldn't mind messaging me on Facebook, that contact info, I'll throw it in the chat. So those of you on Facebook can grab that info and contact Jesse directly.
Yeah, looking forward to it. Let me know how I can help.
All right. Well, thank you both. And thank you all for watching. Resource Tuesdays, we're just going to highlight everything so you guys are aware of everything. If there's certain products or things that you're questioning what is out there, if you have certain vendors or lenders that you want to see showcased here, drop me a line, just message me. We want to showcase everything and everyone that's under the sun for reverse, because I think a free market is important. So Jesse, thank you so much for your time, and we will see you guys all next week.
All right. Thank you, ladies.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you, Elaine.